Hello queens, it is Friday and that means it is Ask a Queen Friday. That means queens will ask me for advice and I will give you my honest answer. So let's get through our questions for today. Alright, first question. Queen, how to tell my best friend that I like her when I am a girl and she is also a girl. I don't know what to do. Okay. Well, Queen, I always say that when you're looking for someone to be with romantically, it is always best to start off as friends and never just jump into something romantic. However, if you guys have been friends for a long amount of time, it can be tricky to jump out of friend zone into something romantic, and that is regardless of the dynamic or the situation of your friendship. I think to ease your concern with that situation, maybe asking or having a conversation or slipping it into a conversation to see if your friend can see herself with girls. I can see that probably in this situation you probably have some unease and uncertainty because maybe you are not sure if your friend can see herself with a girl romantically. So I would try to tackle that question first before pursuing anything or trying to pursue anything, because either way, any answer that you get from having conversation or asking in any way could probably ease your next step. However, it is really possible that people can fall for people based on their personality, even if it's outside of what they thought their preference is. That's a real possibility. I have friends that they've never dated a girl before, but they just met one individual that they really like and they started dating them, and it's just they just love them as a person. And that's a very real scenario that could be a possibility for you. So Queen, I just say to you, it's really up to you. You do have to be real with the situation. Like any situation where you're crossing from friend zone to romantic, that it could not end well, and it could change things, or it can end really well. First, look at all the outcomes, and if you still think that I really have to let this person know, I really have to let her know how I feel about her, I can't go out without telling her, then I say go for it, Queen. But be aware that it might not work out, and that's okay, because if it's preference or they just don't see you more than a friendship, just respect that as a preference and don't beat yourself up over it. Make a list of the pros and cons of making this transition between friendship and romantic, and consider all the other factors in it. And even with all that and you still think you want to pursue that, then I say go for it. And the worst comes to worst is that she says she's not interested, and at least you know, hey, you know what, that's okay, they have their preference, it's not me, but we still can be beautiful friends and have a beautiful friendship. Now that I have this off my chest, I can move forward and knowing that at least I tried. Right, next question. How do I get my friends to not grow apart from me? Well, unfortunate Queen, I have to be real with you. You can't control how people come in and out your life. That's one factor in life. Unfortunately, you cannot control how people move, how people react to you, and how they feel about you. And that's just an uncontrollable factor. However, you can control how you accept that. If throughout your whole life, you're gonna have people that come and go. And that's why you have to really understand the concept that people come into your life. And when I mean people, I mean friends. Friends will come into your life for a season, and then once that season is done, they will probably drift away from you. And that is absolutely normal. Everyone goes through that. It just happens. Life just happens. And that's why I always say self-love is so important in building a relationship with yourself. Because when you have such a strong sense of self and self-love for yourself, you will be more at peace when you see the cycles of people drifting in and out your life, because at least you have yourself and you're content with being with yourself until the next group of people come and drift into your life. Next question. I like this boy who I don't really know because I get bullied about it, and I want to talk to him, but I don't know how to talk to him without being awkward. Help. I always give this advice whenever it comes to crushes and people that you're interested in and you're trying to figure out how to get in contact with them. It's really simple and we're overthinking it. Always try to approach someone, especially crushes, like you're just trying to get to know them and be their friend. Never try to approach someone as in, okay, I want to get this person to love me. That's a lot of pressure on yourself and it's not healthy. You don't know the person and you want them to be your boyfriend or girlfriend. That is not healthy. First, just talk to the person. Talk to them and realize that they're just a person just like you. Get to know them. What's their interest? What do you guys have in common? Start there. If you have a class together, go probably talk to him and ask him a question. Maybe you can start something from there, you know, step by step, little by little. Keyword organically. Don't do all the work. If you're giving little hints and dabs that you like them and you're flirting with them, or you're giving some attention, you don't really see the light in their eyes when they look at you, it could be that they're not interested. And Queen, you always want to have an interest in someone who's giving reciprocated energy back to you, so always be careful of that. But you have to take the first step and start some communication with them. As simple as that. Just talk to the guy and do something as simple as, if you need help with something, if you ask a question about homework or whatever, start small and build your way up from there. That way it's less pressure on you, and you get to actually get to know this person, because maybe they may look cute from afar, but as you get to know them, you're like, I don't really like this person, or I don't see it working out with us. So that's why it's always important to start small and just have a no pressure conversation with the person. It could be something as simple as asking, hey, do you know what the homework was? Something like that. Next question. I like a guy and he likes me, but my BFF told me to give up on him because she has liked him for 6 years and I don't know what to do about it. Okay. These situations are always tough. I feel like nobody wins. Okay, be real. Okay, you might have to think what's more important, the friendship or the boy, because it might be in an instance where if you further the situation with the boy, you might fall out with your friend. But I don't like the way your friend approached you with it. I think you should have a conversation with your friend first and tell her that, listen, I do have a crush on this person too. I know that you like them, but I did too, and I was just scared to say it because maybe she had such a claw on him and you were scared to come between it, but I do like him too. And we are talking, and see where that goes. And I'm be honest with you, Queen, it might not go well. So that's why I'm saying make sure that you are sure to go further with this, because you might lose a friend. I don't know, I think this is the maturity thing. I just think, I know for a situation when me and my friend like someone, we both knew, and it's kind of like the best girl gets it, like the best girl wins type of thing. But it's like a respect thing. It's like, okay, if it's good with you, then best luck to you, wasn't meant for me. You know what I mean? And that's the way that she should have approached it. Like, okay, yes, I do think he's cute too, but if you guys are kicking it off because I love you as a friend, I'm gonna step back. And that's really where she should be. She should be stepping back. Hey, I do like him too, and I've liked him for a long time, but he's not interested in her, obviously, because he's talking to you, not her. And she should just say, listen, I love you as a friend. I'm gonna step back, even though I'm hurt, because it's really crushing when your crush doesn't like you back, and especially if they like your friend. But you know what? I like you more than him, so I'm gonna just step back, and there'll be more coming, and I wish you guys the best. That's how she should approach it. That's a maturity level that she hasn't reached yet. It's a mature lesson for you to have that adult, mature conversation with her. But listen, I do have feelings for this guy. He has feelings for me, and I just want to be upfront with you. I don't want to sneak around with it. I don't want to keep it quiet. I just want to let you know, because I do love you as a friend. I don't want to lose you as a friend, but I do need to be real with you that we do want to go further with our friendship and our connection. And that's really as honest as you can be. If you do want to pursue him, or if you rethink the situation, you think, okay, you know what, I'll just back away because my friendship is too important to even risk it for this guy. There'll be other guys, you can do that as well. But those are my two tips and options for you. But good luck to you, Queen, and just have communication. Communication is always key. Have the open communication and be really gentle when you're talking about this stuff, because just imagine you having a crush and you finding your best friend is dating your crush. You know what I mean? Have that in the back of your head and try to go with caution with it. So good luck, Queen. That is a very, very difficult situation. How do you befriend a guy that you only see once or twice a week for about an hour? Girl, for that hour, y'all better be chatting it up. You better be kikiing. And if you're not, you better get to that situation. You better use that hour and 2 hours, most of that time, communicating as much as you can with him, so you can build and even within that first time of talking, kikiing, you'd be like, hey, you know what? What's your social media? What's your Twitter? What's your IG? Let me follow you. Snapchat each other every day, like funny faces and shit. Like, you gotta get out there. You gotta be bold and grab what's yours. Don't just stay quiet and think, okay, he's gonna figure out that I like him eventually. No, girl, he's not, because you never said a word to him. If you guys have an hour a week, you better be cheeky and chatting it up with him that hour of the week. You better be best friends for that hour. And then from there, you can build from being Snapchat buddies, IG friends, DM each other, and see what goes from there. That's my advice. Kiki, haha with the guy, get his Snapchat, get his social media, and get the ball rolling, girl. Should I tell my friends that I feel bad when they make plans and roam around and don't include me, but when they need me for something, they appear suddenly? Wait, are they really my friends? Girl, no. They're not your friends. Those are friends of convenience. People who only need you. They're only around you when they need you. Should you have a conversation with them? The way I'm so savage, I would say no and just cut them off, because there's nothing to lose anyway. What are you losing? People to drain you and to use their energy when they need you? What are you losing? It's not like they're even asking you out anywhere. It's not like you're missing out. You are already missing out. You're missing out on opportunities to meet better people who will actually care to invite you to things and not use you, but help build you up. Well, I mean, if you want to have that conversation, sure, because I always advocate to have that conversation. But these type of people, they just seem like they're users, and they don't have any good intentions being around you other than to use you, what they need, what seems fit for them. And honestly, cut them off unapologetically, and now use your energy to find people who actually will care about you, who will actually be friends and prioritize you and want to be around you and invite you to things and share experiences with and have memories with. Good luck to you, Queen, and I hope that works for you. Hey, Queen, I'm going on a date tomorrow for the first time in 2 years, and I'm super nervous. I'm not even sure if I like him yet. I'm just trying to push myself out of my comfort zone a little, but I'm just so scared of how it's gonna go. I usually just turn down all dates because the idea of going out with someone seems so scary to me, but I decided that I need to stop doing that if I'm ever going to be able to open up to the idea of having a relationship. Absolutely. I was just wondering if you had any tips on how to calm down before the date. Queen, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy. It's really hard to get back into the dating world, especially if you took a break, and I'm probably guessing you took a break because you had such a rough breakup that you needed some time for yourself, and you're literally doing everything right. You took that time for yourself and given the break and not jump from one relationship to the next, because that's never okay. So now you're getting back into it. I absolutely agree. I'm so happy that you're pushing yourself out to just do it and just experience it. This tip is just understand that the purpose of a date is to get to know someone. It's just to have a basic level of understanding what kind of person this is, what their vibe is. Can you mesh vibe level? Can you mesh how you think? Are you guys even compatible? That's the basics of the first date. My first tip is, girl, look good. Dress up, put your makeup on, because when you look good and you feel like you look good, you feel good. And you have that confidence, so you can feel more comfortable with yourself and with that date. 2, like I said before, just go into it with the mindset that I am just getting out there and I am just getting to know this person and see how it goes from there. No pressure on yourself. It makes it less awkward because there's no pressure to have a certain outcome. 3, breathe, Queen. And my 4th tip is, I always say, and this is what I do, before going to the date, before the meeting time, maybe go 10 or 15 minutes earlier, how many minutes you need, just to calm your nerves down and feel comfortable in the environment and the setting that you're going to be in. So I suggest that you drive 10 minutes earlier and just sit in your car and listen to music that comforts you and gets you upbeat and gets you in a confident mood until they come. And then you go from there. Good luck to your day, and hope you can give me an update on how it goes, Queen. And I am rooting for you and hope everything works out. So, next question. How do I get a guy I like to stop liking my best friend and like me? You can't. You can't, Queen. You can't do that. You have to move on and know that there's other guys out there that like you and that you deserve to be desired and you deserve to be chased, Queen. And it shouldn't have to force someone to not like someone to like you. That's just not even genuine. It's not going to end up well anyway. If it's meant to be, it will be. So instead of putting energy in something that's not going to happen, unfortunately, Queen, you're going to have to move on and have faith that what's going to come for you will come for you. Queens, I really hope you enjoyed this session of Ask a Queen. If you have any questions yourself, just keep an eye out every Friday or Thursday for an IG story that will pop up a question of Ask a Queen. Leave your question in there or DM me if it's really urgent. Just a disclosure, if it is DM'd, I get so many DMs that I might lose the the question. But if you really want to guarantee that I get your question, please put it into the question slot when I ask it on my IG story. And that's only on my Self Love Queens IG page. If you're not part of the Queendom already, please join the Queendom on IG and also on the channel as well. Until next time, queens, keep it queening. See you later.